Previously on Survivor Calgary. On the E tribe, Saphir tried to recover after the blind side of his closest ally, Sharla. Meanwhile, the Ha tribe started preparing for the idea of an upcoming merge or swap. At the challenge, Saphir volunteered for the horseshoe toss and faltered against Trent, leading to another terracotta victory. While the Ha tribe basked in their win, Trent found a silver coin. Then Ben, Joel, and Jared quickly picked Saphir as their target and told him to play his shot in the dark. Emily was not so comfortable and tried to break up the Joel and Ben duo with Saphir's help and Jared alongside them, but she wasn't able to convince Jared to budge. Saphir went home after pulling not safe on his shot in the dark, but not before Jared pulled his bounty off a silver token found at the podium. 10 players remain. Who will join the edge next?
That was the end of day one. Here we have the tribe of underdogs. We have two idiots that were in 4 tribal councils. We have the solo one from the God, I forget, the ugly tribe. Yeah.
Terracotta.
That made her way back, and then we had Jared debatably on the outside of the power lines. And,
I saw my share of tribal councils too, by the way.
Yeah.
The tribal was pretty cool because things went according to plan. Emily was panicking hard before the tribal because she's like, I don't trust this. She's like, what happens if he gets his shot in the dark? You guys are just gonna vote me out? And I was like, kind of played it down because I had already gotten the clarification, but I was like, well, wouldn't that just be whoever he votes for, right? And then,
I'm starting to question my role among this tribe and kind of the alliances that I've made, and I can't help but feel like I've made a mistake voting out Saphir, and that he could have been someone that I could have worked really well with.
And Emily is like, the reason I want to keep Emily around is because of Allie. If I keep Emily around, Allie has a target for her bounty, and I can claim that I kept that and made that move for her, so maybe earn her trust.
so interesting story about that Saphir thing.
Yeah.
Under the box at tribal council, there was a coin,
No, a gold coin?
a silver one.
Oh, and you got Saphir? Holy shit.
It was just sitting there, and I was like, I'm the last one that went. Why did
It was
nobody see
there?
this? So I saw it immediately.
I just didn't even see it. I was.
So I was like, okay, and they're like, you can play it now.
Oh,
And
God, Saphir.
and I got Saphir.
Oh my God.
So I voted Saphir, and then I should collect his bounty.
Okay.
So that should help us.
That should help us. We gotta win in this challenge.
Well, I'm hoping that we merge, and then we
Oh,
can just
that's
use
true.
it as like a,
And I think I can get out. I think
whatever it is.
day 2 looks good.
I think it could look
I think
okay.
it could look amazing.
I think it could look okay.
My closest ally currently is Chelsea, I'd say. She welcomed me pretty quickly as soon as I joined their tribe, which was really nice for me. And so I'm keen to work with her.
I would say probably the biggest threat is Trent. Just because he is very physical and he is very outspoken, and people I think are a little bit nervous around him. So I don't know if necessarily that's a threat, because it might help my game a little bit. He could be a shield.
Things are going unbelievably. They're going exactly to plan. And the plan wasn't that elaborate. It was just win challenges, be a good team. And that's exactly what the ugly and now the Ha tribe have been doing. Its vibes are immaculate.
As I said goodnight to Mitch, I said, feeling pretty good about tomorrow. And he said, well, today couldn't have gone any better. And that's very true. We're sitting as good as can be. We got the ugly 5, they're all in the top 10. We have 2 new allies on the Ha tribe.
4 people that I had on my tribe, well, the 3 others and me, they all stayed on the one tribe, and I got switched to the Ha tribe, right? Yeehaw. And I was outnumbered, so a bit shafted and a bit in the dark, and definitely don't feel as though I am in with them like I was in with my old tribe. So that kind of feels uncomfortable, but we're winning. You got to be happy with that. And so thank goodness we've won the 2 challenges, because if not, I think I would genuinely be up there or at edge already. Other than that, I would say the only other thing that I've kind of noticed is my previous tribe has fallen apart.
So it's quite crazy. I'm gonna need your help with this one.
Oh shit.
It's the snake oil idol. That baby. It's got a bunch to it here.
Oh no. Okay.
You get 3 things. Okay, so this is a real clue.
Look for the symbol. Ask while observed. The meaning is yours.
It kind of, to me, looks like the bottom of the bottle.
Looks like, yeah, or J. It does look like glass. So you got that. So all of this was included.
All of this was in that pouch attached to this bottle. And it says this. And it's just like straight.
Okay, if I'm gonna be honest, I think I'm the biggest threat. I'll be real. The Ugly tribe and now the Haw tribe has never been to tribal council. I've been to 4 of them. It's gone exactly how I planned. My name hasn't come out. I feel like I've made moves, and other people are taking the fall for them. So yeah, I think I'm the biggest threat. I don't think the other tribe even knows at all. So that's amazing.
But as expected, snake oil, right?
Yeah, you want to drink it?
It's not real.
Congratulations, yeah. And the snake oil is not itself an advantage because for me, the garden, see inside this bottle are 2 parchments. One is the clue of a genuine hidden immunity item, and the other contains an authentic looking rules of text for it. Oh.
So this one we can hide. I don't know if we don't have to do it with that. We can make something because that feels like it could be fake, but
we have a couple options.
Yeah.
Because also, depending on what tomorrow is, and if there's a merge, you can sway people saying to have it in the
That's true too.
But it's risky because then you're saying you telling people they're
and that kind of
but
puts
it's not,
me in a spot.
Yeah,
if I don't need to be in that spot.
No, you're right.
It could just be fun to hide it with something and dupe someone. I don't know.
Is there something in the beer?
I mean, there's got to be another point.
I do love porn. It's more than that.
Players, welcome to day 2 of Survivor Calgary Wild West. How is everybody feeling bright and early this morning?
Chipper.
Energetic, I can tell. That's great. We have a bit of an announcement to make. You may have noticed last night the Edge did not have a challenge immediately after our final tribal council. That is because instead, today, the Edge will have their Edge return at the top 8 and have 2 individuals returning into the game, and that is it. There will be no more Edge returns. After that point, the Edge is finished, and they will simply be members of the jury. Now, for this morning's challenge, considering everyone's so energetic, we've decided to do an incredibly aggressive relay race up and down the hill where you will be retrieving obstacles to build a 3D puzzle the size of a tree. Okay, you saw through that immediately. No, but in all seriousness, drop your buffs. Production, please grab these buffs so that we can redistribute them. All right, survivors, a member of production will present a bag to you. You will reach into it blindly and remove a buff. This will represent your new team going forward. All right, go ahead and separate into your two teams, and I will explain this morning's challenge. For your first challenge of the day, you will each work as a team to break the code to a mastermind puzzle using these 3D printed objects which we have presented on the table. A mastermind code is a sequence of colors that you will attempt, or shapes and colors in this case, that you will attempt to decipher by making guesses and receiving the feedback of number of correct colors in the correct location in the sequence. So not only does color matter, but its location in the sequence. You will both submit your guesses, obviously within eyeshot and earshot of one another. And you will both receive feedback within eyeshot and earshot of one another to how accurate you've done so far with your mastermind puzzle. The first team to successfully complete the puzzle wins.
Survivors ready? Go.
Okay, so we just need to put any four, and doesn't matter, they'll tell us.
That's a guess.
First guess.
Guesses have been placed for both teams. Starting with the E tribe. You have 1 correct color and 2 in the correct location. Ha tribe. You have 3 correct colors.
All right, we're ready for guess number 2.
All right. Locked in with that guess?
Sure.
Beautiful. We'll start with the Ha tribe this time around. Ha tribe. You have 3 correct colors. E tribe. You have 3 in the correct location.
Are we going wrong? So we swapped out. So if we keep these 2, with this one here and this one here, I think that's right.
No, we had 3 in the correct location.
Yeah, we did.
So we shouldn't, yes.
We shouldn't.
So we can't be doing that.
Yeah.
We had 3 in the correct.
So if we keep badge practice hat, then we can replace something else.
I think.
We haven't tried boot badge. So they never changed the brand. What do we want to do?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I believe we started with the Ha tribe last. We will start with the Yi tribe this time. Yi tribe. You have 2 in the correct location. Ha tribe. You have 3 in the correct location.
The stars were all.
No, because we got a correct color.
Could it be a double? Look, the cactus we said has to be wrong, right?
So we have that.
You can, it's just.
That's hubris.
E tribe looking confident. Ha tribe still scrambling around. 20 seconds. Ye Tribe, by your lack of motion, I assume that will be your guess. Wonderful, thank you so much, Mitch. Ha Tribe, you have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is your guess? We start with the Ye Tribe last, we'll start with the Ha Tribe first. Ha Tribe, you've got 2 in the correct location. Ye Tribe, you've solved the puzzle.
I may never lose again. I may never lose. Let's go! Because it's possible. The hubris is fueling the team.
Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Take in this moment. It's very important.
They've hawed their last haw.
Well done, Ye. It's important to let you know that you've also yeed your last Ye. You've made it to the next portion of the challenge. Everyone, you've made it to the merge. Drop your buffs.
All of us?
All of you.
Wait, us, not us.
All of you have made it to the merge. Drop your buffs. You are eliminated from the next part of this morning's challenge. You 5. As an additional bonus, you've made it this far. We have a few other things to announce. Congratulations, you 5. You worked stalwartly together to complete your puzzle. Now, you are playing for this. Individual immunity. Back on the table. I'll explain the rest of this morning's Gauntlet Challenge in just a moment. But before that, it's important to acknowledge that now that we've divided and divided again, we're changing things up this year in Survivor. In previous seasons, you've seen us have a plethora of fire-making challenges and or a pool of challenges players can choose from when they make it to the top 3. This year, there will be a top 2. So your competition has just grown a touch stiffer. And now that you've made it to the merge, next part of this morning's challenge is another cerebral challenge. You will be supplied with 6 numbers and a target sum. Using those 6 numbers no more than once, you will be tasked with building an equation using addition, subtraction, multiplication, and or division, which equals a value as close to the target sum as possible in the allotted time. The 2 players closest to the target sum move on to the final round. Draws are determined by the player who puts down their card and says, "Pencils down," first. We'll distribute the materials you need to participate in this challenge and we'll get going right away.
Can we use calculators?
No. Individual immunity up for grabs. Your numbers are, and I will reveal them to you so you can feel free to look at me. 100, 25, 2, 4, 6, 7, and your target sum is 513. I am revealing them to you right now. If you look at me, you will see the numbers. This is by no means an easy challenge to start the day. I imagine many of these people need more coffee than what they've consumed to do mathematics. And yet our players are off to a good start. This is for individual immunity. Speed does matter in the case of a tiebreaker. How fast can you get this equation done? But more importantly, how accurate can you be?
I think pencils down.
Okay. And I think you can have a different card if you want.
All right, pencils down announced. For the next round. Accuracy is key,
Pencil
but
down.
as we've seen, speed is also important.
Pencil down for Jared.
10,
Pencil
down.
Pencil down for Mitch.
8, 7,
Pencil down.
6,
Pencil down for Ben.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pencils down. Players! You had 2 minutes to come as close to the target sum of 513 as possible. Some of you were very close. Others Not so much. Allie, with the solution of triumphant. You will not be moving on to the next round. Individual immunity, no longer within reach. Jared, with the solution of 67.
Nice. So close.
I can say that with this, you will also not be moving on to the next round. Individual immunity, out of reach. Ben, 89.
Got parentheses.
You did. It cost you.
no.
Oh no.
With this, you are also losing your chance at individual immunity. The first person moving on to the next round with a total sum of 522. Mitch. Moving on. You still have a chance at individual immunity. And most impressively, with a sum of 513, the target being 513, Chelsea. I will explain the next part of this challenge right now. All right. You three can join the rest. Now, you two, firstly, congratulations on making it to the third round of our first challenge of the second day of Survivor Calgary Wild West. For round 3, you will each be competing individually in a countdown letters round. We will be distributing piles of letters to each player, which you will use to build the single longest word that you can in the time allotted, which you may have guessed is 2 minutes. The player with the longest word wins individual immunity. We'll distribute the letters to you shortly. You can each use a different table. Survivors ready? 2 minutes starting now. Both on the hunt. Quick scramble from our players. Both players have decent words. It's going to be a tight race between the two of them. And that is time. All right. Step away and we will see what we got. This, I believe, Sheriff, if you can confirm, we have a tie. Yeah. All right. Congratulations to you two. We will give you new sets of letters and we will repeat this challenge. And you'll have 2 minutes, starting now. Round 2 has begun for the third round of this Brain Teaser Gauntlet Challenge. Both contestants tied in the first round, having 7-letter words apiece. We will see if they tie again. It seems both players are still crunching through the letters, trying to find the optimal solution. One player seems confident in their choice. Another still cracking away. 1 minute remaining, players. You have 1 minute. Chelsea is once again seems to be locked in, whereas Mitch still pondering. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step away from your letters. Mitch, I wish I could say that you had more letters, but very clearly, Chelsea would disagree. Congratulations, individual immunity. Well done. Mitch, well played. Newly merged tribe. Go ahead and head back to camp.
I saw something in the word, but it was only one word. I saw potentially under desk.
Council in 30. I appropriated some of the leftover bus for that real quick. If you left your buff over here, too.
30 minutes with so many people.
Hey, stick around.
Edge.
You know, if they could have had just one strength-based contest there, it would have been tough for me.
Would have been a different
because I'm
thing.
feeling pretty tired. No, it's good though. Oh, we did okay.
Head back to camp, survivors. What on earth?
What are we talking about?
I have no idea what's going on.
But you have to do it before tribal. Or at the voting room. Or at the voting room. Like, you have to do it by the next time, the first tribal you go to after you find it, that's the last time you can catch it.
The idea is to have,
we
could know
coins in people's pockets.
who the bounties. We could know who the bounties are now if could. And I gave mine to Neil, which I think is the dumbest idea because I don't think he's come to talk to you, has he? He has talked to you?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Can you tell me? And then yes, I'm cool with them.
The first anagram I had, I saw under.
Yeah.
And I was like,
oh.
And then I saw desk, and I'm like, but it can only be one word. But then I'm like, this is a fucking clue. So I was like, I looked under my desk, and there's nothing there. And I was like, wait, there's more than one desk.
Yeah, totally.
So I kind of like walked around, and I saw that under that table, but I didn't want to grab it because I didn't know it.
So if you got on with Chelsea and Max, then we can try something to split them up, that tribe up a little bit. But I don't know how tight they really are, like overall. But
Because that's about to get some fracture.
they're probably not going to want to split up right now. But depends if Emily's going to go back with them or not. Cause
Emily's talking to Laura right now.
Yeah, she's.
I think the thing that's gotten me a little iffy is with Jared, even though I've really, really enjoyed him. We were like a pretty good team before we did the first merge, and then I guess some stuff that
I think
I was like, oh, okay.
my read on Jared is like I did, like he was able to side with us, but he made it very clear to me before the last tribal council that like he's thinking about his game and his game only. Like he will vote with you if it advances his game.
Benefits him. Yeah. Okay.
So he's also like someone that, you know, I wouldn't mind working with, but he's also like someone that, you know,
You almost
I'm
have to
thinking about.
Yeah, you have to keep an eye out for. Absolutely.
Because like he's a very smart player. He's quiet.
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah, that's exactly.
He can sneak up on you, but.
That's exactly.
I'm kind of curious. Like, how do you feel about folks like Trent and Chelsea and Mitch?
I've really liked them so far. I think they're really strategic.
Absolutely.
Like, I can definitely see the game.
Do you feel safe with your position with them?
I'm looking forward to it.
No, not necessarily. I wish I did.
5.
10's a lot still.
Like there's of the 10, 7 have been my tribe members. You know what I mean? So it's like it's kind of awkwardly a huge amount, but
who are the 3 that aren't?
You 2. You 3. Yeah. There's no one I feel like I want to target. 7 of the 10 right now have been on my tribe, which is the 5 Uggos, and then with Hobbs, 4 Uglies plus Allie and Laura, so it's like natural bond with those 7. And then the 3 on the bottom is Joel and Jared, who I've known for like 20 years. Doesn't mean I trust them at all. And then Ben, he just seems like a good dude and wouldn't mind sitting later with him. Like, I don't think he's built a resume. But again, having never seen a tribal, I have no idea who's making plays.
Although I think that's you guys catching the vibe from us, where it's like, just because we haven't been to tribals, he said that and didn't know it was like, that shows the degree to which heads are not on the chopping block.
I don't know. I'm not playing this well because like I have 0 strategy in who I'm chatting. Feeling safe at least, which is one of the worst things you can feel in Survivor, I think.
The only concern that I have is
if we go for somebody who's not on ugly strap, a strong tribe, they're gonna start thinking we're picking them off one by one, and I don't want them to think that because we're not.
I think it would be better to almost go from Trent.
So the thing with Trent though is he's such a he kind of like guards us. He's like
he's such a shield.
He's like
He draws so much attention.
He draws so much attention. You know how he is a strong personality, so he is a good shield to keep on. But I think we will have to go there.
But if we get Mitch, Trent doesn't trust us anymore.
Immediately. That's the thing.
But then can we just get him last?
No.
I don't know. I don't know if that's just not gonna work that easy though. What do you guys feel about Ben?
So Ben and Joel and I have been pretty tight from before.
Okay.
So I wouldn't feel super good about taking out Joel.
I wouldn't feel great about Joel because like I know him a little bit. I would be okay with personally. Because you guys were
I got pretty tired with them.
I think Jared's a number. Jared can be a number.
I was saying to Laura, like, the Jared would have been here before the last tribal council, that, like, he's thinking of his game all day. Like, I tried to get him to vote a certain way, and he's like, no, that doesn't make sense for my game. Yeah, like, I was saying earlier, like, it's kind of an interesting position, having formerly been on the ugly tribe, but then, you know, swapping tribes. You know, there's this discourse around this, like, ugly 5 strong, but I can't really say that I feel part of that.
But it does seem like Emily is down to vote with us for now. She seems wary of us, and especially of Trent, particularly because it seemed like Emily feels like Trent didn't listen to her in the last
like in the
challenge. In the challenge. So I think so she's willing to vote with us. It sounds like Ali is pretty comfortable voting with us, but we sort of talked about going for like Jared or Joel when we were in that circle.
Have you cashed my bounty?
All right, I'll be cashing in this bounty for Trent while he's busy.
So true. It's you. Protection. Okay, you're sorted. Okay, tight. That's pretty chill, actually. I would have rather it been one of the people who could target, just so that we know who the fuck we're voting for. Because, like,
I feel like there's also a way that I can use that strategically. I'll vote the way I'm told for now, because that's how I want to play this leg of the game. Also, interestingly, so Trent turned in his silver coin. He pulled me as the bounty, and he told me. And Trent is absolute tightest ally I've got in this game, so that means no one else can get my bounty. Probably won't turn on me until it gets deep.
Ben and Joel are close, or no? Ben and Joel are close.
And Ali was the trio because they were at the bottom together.
Maybe we let the queen pick.
Yeah,
but we had a little chat. Mitch and I were talking with Ben, and he seemed comfortable voting with us for at least this tribal.
I just talked to him. He said he would. He said
I think they know the numbers, kind of thing.
Yeah, I threw out the names. I threw out when I was talking with him because I know he would say no to Joel. Because Joel said to me, I threw out Jared and Laura, and he seemed more receptive to Laura.
Yeah.
But
I personally am more receptive to Laura as well.
She kind of scares me as well.
She's but I think she's also an easy one. I think she's an easy vote right now. So do we want to do easy? Do we want to do that?
I think we start with an easy vote, and then 5 is a majority.
Okay, you're right.
Do you guys have bounties? Do you have chips that can be cashed in?
I cashed mine. I cashed one because everyone knows I found it. I knocked the fucking thing over.
Oh, I actually didn't. You showed it out of your pocket, but yeah.
I haven't got it back yet. I don't know my bounty yet.
Because like I kind of want to wait and find out. I'm like, why don't we just give you an idol? If it's not one of us for protection, then like
yeah, that's fair.
Because like that makes the most sense.
For Max, if it's Max that's pulled, it goes back to the deck. Okay, here we go.
I mean, Allie's bounty is cool. I don't want to get her out. She's like one of my solid, not super, like she's not like Chelsea is my number 1, and like Mitch and Trent are great, but they're kind of just blind trust. I don't think they're like Trent's floundering, I think, but Chelsea is fucking working the game, and I'm pretty sure she's my number one, and so I feel really confident about that side of things. And Ali is sort of attached to that trio, and I don't want to damage that right now. So I think I might just go tell Ali that I got her bounty and see if I can get some goodwill out of her. Personally, I'm feeling pretty good. I think that I have some solid numbers. I have had both Chelsea and Mitch separately, and like so I've sat in a 3 with Mitch and Trent, and sat in a 3 with Chelsea and Emily, and Chelsea and Ali and Emily at some point, and I've had both Chelsea and Mitch tell me that I'm their tightest ally. I'm in their like tightest 3, so I'm feeling really good about that. I'm trying to navigate moving between them still. There's a lot of talk of turning on Mitch and Trent, which I super agree with, but I don't quite think it's time yet. I think we want to get one easy vote first, and then we can turn later. And I'm just trying to see if I can convince people to vote with the ugly 5 right now, because if it's like a 7-2 or whatever, or like 7-3, 8-2, it's not very clear who did the schmoozing, and that provides a really nice smoke screen for when the move happens next time. So what I want to make happen.
Okay. This bounty will be cashed in for Chelsea.
Chelsea, there you go. Okay, you can pick for Chelsea, please.
My bounty is your bounty. Then you can play it, right? Like you'll get the advantage.
That's second.
Okay.
For you, just full transparency, I got you as a bounty.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't want to use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I have an enemy I can also keep her safe.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel really good about as many votes as we can.
Yeah.
Just get like, if we can get like a 7-3 or an 8-2, I can make everybody a jury.
I think Ben and Joel will go. Sure.
How are you feeling with everything? How did your last tribe go?
Shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm being honest with you, I'm gonna put some trust in you because I feel like we do have our connection
and when I got to that tribe, like immediately it was like I want to stick with the 2 people I was with. You know, I wanted to stick with green. What happened was Emily was just so adamant on sticking with Ben and Joel.
Of course.
That if I would have voted with the greens, it would have just went to rocks, and that puts
everybody.
How do you feel about that?
I know him a little bit more. Like I think I trust him, but I just don't know Laura. Like I know there's one other tribes. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's the way you use them.
Okay. And then you'll chat.
I haven't had a conversation with you. I can talk if I come up with you.
We're gonna say that it's Trent. Just tell him that it is. And I'll talk to Trent.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go chat with those 2.
Okay. Can I just chat?
Yeah.
It's great, both your names. You are, it's 2 on the bottom right now. I don't want to do that. I want to go Trent.
Yeah.
I want to go Trent. They're going to tell you that it's Trent, and they're lying to you. I need to get Allie, but Max, Chelsea are trying to Trent. I'm going to take the EA tribe. We got to go Trent. I don't know that's about to go Trent, but we got to go Trent. So there's no chance every time. We're going to go Trent.
Okay.
And they're telling, like, the lie is Trent, but I'm telling you that it's a lie, but I actually want to go Trent. Because I mean, an individual is convincing. He's so smart.
Okay.
So
we can get
I need to swing out. I can get.
I'll talk to Emily.
Yeah, we can get Emily. The Allie's gonna be the hardest one. If I can get Emily alone, I think I can do it. I know because
I think I'll talk to her too.
Because
maybe you should go talk to her now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get to her, but I'm telling you guys
What,
that
Chelsea?
right now. We have 10 minutes. We have to go try.
Chelsea.
Chelsea and Max. Chelsea and Max are always telling me that it's
They're lying.
They're lying. Yeah.
They're on our side. Yeah. Okay.
No, they're not on
They're
our
not on our
side.
side.
They were the ones telling you no.
Okay. Thank you. That's why I feel like shit.
I knew I was pretty in danger right now.
Again, I'm used to the tribals at this point, and yeah, it's just hoping it's not me. I've heard a couple different names, and yeah, again, people are really starting to play the game, so obviously no one's going to say your name, and if you're the one not talking to people, then that's not a good thing, so yeah.
Alright, Joel. What's up? Sharon and around the chopping block? I don't think we want that to happen. How do you think about that? No. I don't want that to happen either. So we're now? Emily? No, I'm sorry. So I just told them. So I was talking to Max and Chelsea and Allie. They were saying, okay, how would you feel between Jared and Laura? I was like, well, I'll just say Laura because I don't know that well. But I was like, no, we got to go Trent. I think we go Trent. Okay, that's fine. That's what I'm telling you. We go Trent. We got to make this happen right now. I'm not going to Trent. We have to go Trent. I'm going to get Allie. We need Emily. If you're able to Trent, I'll go Trent. I'm going to Trent. I just told him. Yeah. So we were just, whatever you're thinking. Just Max and Chelsea are trying to win the game. Trent and Mitch don't seem to be like as strong, but I think we need to go Trent just for individual. They're throwing out Jared and Laura, but we got. I just talked to them. I think they have us. So right now we have 5. I just need to get Allie. If you can get Allie, I'm not fully sure. I just go talk to them. I already told them to vote Trent. We gotta make this quick. What do they think? What have you guys been talking about?
I was told that the vote was Jared and that you guys were on board.
Well, I've been saying I'm on board, but bro, before the A tribe, we gotta break up the ugly tribe. Yeah, like we got alliance with Jared, right? Like, okay. Laura, so I think we should keep that. They think you're part of it. They keep saying like, oh yeah, we're 5 strong. It's like, I don't think so. So we're just having a wholesale goals.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the iceberg needs to break.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
And I think that they really want me to vote for them or vote with them, but you know, I feel like I have to go with my gut. I think my gut is telling me to vote with Joel and Ben and those folks, and maybe break up the iceberg. But I also know that during the last tribal council, one of them got some sort of immunity through voting out Saphir.
Yeah.
I've also heard Jared.
I've heard Trent from 2 people, like you said it, and I've heard it from one other person, Trent.
Also, I'm almost like, after that, Emily's with it. Emily was talking, she's like, she didn't even feel like...
Yeah.
I think
we need to break up the ugly tribe.
Yeah.
The ugly tribe is broken already. I think they're just making moves. They're gonna take out Mitch and Trent next, but I think they're trying to keep strong for now.
Yeah.
And like Trent stays kind of in the dark.
Trent, like,
and Mitch is just like can't get a read still.
Trent is brilliant.
Like
he's
watched all 4 of them, and like
he's playing dumb. Like
he's
brilliant.
He's brilliant.
He's one of my smartest people.
Yeah.
I'm a little stressed because like I thought that we had a plan, and then it seems like people are like throwing out. There's 2 different names going down right now, Trent and Jared. And it was like, yeah, everybody's on Jared, and then I was like, no, everybody's on Trent. And so I feel like I need to like finalize like who does. I feel okay, like I don't think it's me, but I want to like be with the large group so that we can like do this. So I feel like I need to like finalize things.
Me, Joel, Ben, Allie, Emily, and Laura. That would be hopefully what goes down here tonight. If we can't swing Allie, if she's too close to the terracottas, then it could be 5-5, which would be risky. In that case, I hope I get voted for. Yeah, but this could be the end of me. But I've thought that every single vote so far, so that's fine.
But it's definitely a woman.
No, it's Jared.
It's Jared?
You're not told this?
I was just talking with Jared or Laura. Which one?
It's Jared.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you were...
No. Yeah, I didn't know
Who
that.
talked to you earlier? Yeah, who talked to you?
Like Mitch. I might have misread it.
Wait. So he had a different name than Jared.
So I've heard that mine, and I've been told that we have 6.
I know we have 6 of you. But that's not a good decision.
Why not?
He's a shoe.
I think it's Jared. No, but like it sounds like there's a whole other group that's like pretty set.
I haven't made a decision.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm just ready to go anywhere, but I just
It's Jared.
No, I thought that we were solid on Jared, and now I'm not feeling confident. Ben was just like, no, we have 6 votes, and they're feeling good about Jared. I think we need to start Jared.
I'm feeling stressed.
so I have no idea. He's fucking going around and saying that it's Trent or Laura. Laura's like, I heard my name, and then Joel came to me and he's like, it's Laura, right? I said, no, it's Jared. So Ben's going around.
You talk to them.
Yeah, let's go.
Where's Laura?
She thinks that it's Trent, and she's like, we have to do it now. We have 6 feet. Can I talk to Ben, please? Please. Okay, so what's the game plan here?
Okay, alright. So wait, talk to you guys when you confirm this. I want to bring Allie. I want to bring you on board as far as our alliance. I'm gonna tell you. I think Allie told you that she has Emily's bounce, right?
Yeah.
Worked so hard to keep Emily, and
We're not doing anything with Emily.
Exactly, not yet. But Allie has Emily's bounce. Right now we're using Emily as an enemy. So right now we have 6 with you. But we need to have 7 with you. Eventually, I can get you, Allie, and me, strong for you with the Allie information and keeping Emily and bring her out. You can eventually get the next bounty. But I don't know if that's right. That's all.
No, I have no idea. But I heard that you were saying, telling everyone that it was Trent or
Yeah,
Laura.
I'm trying to make it Trent. I'll be 100% honest.
He's not the go right now.
No?
No, he's a shield. We need to keep him. He's a threat. I think it needs to be Jared. I think that everyone was on board with him because he is that easier vote with Trent. I would say Trent in the next go, I'm okay with. But I really, really believe that Trent is a shield and he's going to, everyone's looking at him.
I hope the vote goes on Jared, but if Jared has another, I don't want to lose his one vote. His vote will be on me. I know his vote will be on me. So if it's a 9-1 and he plays an auto, that sucks. If it's an 8-1-1 and he plays an auto, it should be.
Is Allie wrong? I think that was Chelsea. What? But Allie's always opposed with Ben and Joel, so I really don't know. I think Allie's switching over. Allie has to go with us. Like, I know that over going on.
And like, I really do.
So I really set on Trent because I kind of am. I'm also set on Trent.
Okay. Just because I think keeping Ugly 5 together, or I'm gonna say Ugly Strong because I don't feel good with that. I think keeping Ugly Strong together is a terrible move at this point in the game.
And I think you're kind of the one that can save me. I know you probably had some really good conversations with other people, but as far as I know, it's going to be a 5-5 split right now.
What are you voting?
For Trent. Yeah. Which I know isn't ideal, but if it does end up being a 5-5 split and goes to rocks, I mean, it could be a pretty dangerous situation for everybody.
Chelsea is a menace, I would say. Her winning the idol, the individual. First of all, his name. She. Yesterday, my confession last night, I thought I was the number of threat. It's Chelsea.
So my vomits, these normies are so predictable, and I want you to show me you understand these rules. To know a man is to be able to rob that man. So we're gonna be playing bingo, like every criminal does. Each edge player will be given a bingo board with blank spots and draw out 24 tiles. These bingo boards are already in the bag, they're already done. You will then arrange these tiles on the board like any bingo board. You will mark these tiles off at Tribal Council. It's based on what occurs at Tribal Council, it's whether or not you're able to fulfill your bingo board. At the end, you will earn chips for the largest number of connecting tiles you have. If you have bingo, you get 7. If you've managed to black out your bingo board somehow, I will shower you with chips. And you will have the opportunity to select a number of fill-in-the-blank tiles. Those tiles must be approved by No Good Neil as being okay. So it's not a tile, we are in Wiperous, fam. No, something with a little bit more spice to it.
We're not in Wiperous.
We're in
Ghost.
Well then, That would have been perfect.
Welcome, newly merged tribe. Must feel good, for the most part, making it to this monumental portion of the game, though we did kind of pull the wool over your eyes for the first little bit of it. Jared, when you came to the challenge this morning, we had you drop your buffs, go on different teams. Did you feel like you were maybe one step removed from the game at that point, or were you just hoping that this was one of our elaborate ruses, giving you a chance to maybe diversify some alliances at the merge?
It was definitely a weird feeling because when we originally got the buffs, I was looking around, seeing everyone's buffs, then we got a new set of buffs, and I was making all these new plans in my head, like, who am I working with now? Then all of a sudden we're merged, so like, all those plans go out the window, and then we're all talking for 45 minutes, and names are going all around the place. So, I mean, it's just a wild morning so far, but they always are on the first vote of the merge, for sure.
Were some names more common than others to your ears amongst them?
From what I heard, yeah.
Max. Unfortunately, part of the team on the losing side, so you didn't get to progress much further in this morning's Brain Teaser Gauntlet, but you did get to observe things in their entirety. What maybe was not caught on camera, what was witnessed by many people here, was some scrambling for in-game resources. Do you think that as this tribe has grown so substantially, the space you get amongst everyone could give you a bit of an edge in finding coins, resources to redeem on the bounty board?
I mean, yeah, 10 individuals is a lot more chaos to maneuver than there's like 5 people in a small campsite. I think that it's hard because you get space maneuver, but the more space you take, the less time you spend talking. And even in a conversation, you find yourself looking around and seeing 2 or 3 other groups and wondering what they're talking about. So I truly cannot imagine myself wanting to spend too much time alone in the forest and letting people say whatever they want. I want to be a part of those conversations as much as I can, even if it's just to listen. Yeah.
Speaking of the bounty board,
Good God.
Allie, Mitch, and Jared stripped off the board, out for reward. Mitch, you finished second in that challenge. Did you feel like that gave you a leg up in the conversations going forward, or perhaps compromised your position as a potential threat to get out early?
Well, you know, I don't lose team challenges, and I never will again. It's never happened, and it never will happen. You know, I saw that, you know, obviously it went from a team component to an individual component, and I was so happy to see Chelsea win, because that's my dog, and we're locked in.
Good to hear.
Dialed.
We're so dialed, it's insane.
Trent, a phrase all too common for the ugly tribe that could be heard throughout the woodlands. We'll never lose again. The day started by 4 of you losing immediately. Safety is no longer your ally. Do you feel like your homies, your dogs, you really are locked in? Because from the sounds of it, people dispersed quite quickly, especially now with all these bounties off the board. Did you feel like your name was on that list?
My bounty has been gone for a while now. Still have no idea who has it. Pretty sure it's not someone in the ugly tribe because we were great at winning challenges and we sucked at finding coins. So unless there's some gray liars and they've been holding it for a while and we're just waiting for a chance to vote for me, now is the first chance for someone to actually cash that bounty. No one of our strong alliance necessarily has a good resume, except for Emily. She went and ran shit on the other tribes for a bit, which was sick. Sorry, I shouldn't say who. I'm not very good at this part. I'm good at the team challenges. So I'll get better. I want to work with people and we'll see. Yeah.
Chelsea, congratulations. First win of individual immunity. Must feel good, especially considering that of your 5 closest friends here, if you all somehow manage to make it deep into the game and you're there, you can only take one of them with you to that final tribal council. So wearing that necklace must feel pretty good.
It does, yes.
Did it influence your conversations at all? Make you feel as though you had a bit more control? Or did it position you as a bit of an outsider because you're safe from the vote?
No, I think it was, honestly, having these conversations was a huge learning experience because I haven't really done it yet. I haven't had to, like, go to tribal even, so I haven't had those conversations of even, you know, what do we do? Like, you know, I don't know how to start these conversations yet. So it is, I'm still learning, you know, how to get to that point and how to make the decision. Obviously it wasn't easy to do that. But yeah, I definitely am happy I got this for the first challenge going into merge, because I don't know what it would be like if I didn't, so.
Alora, as has been made abundantly clear, there are 5 members of the Ugly Tribe left. There are 10 people on this tribe. There must have been some sort of eureka moment amongst the conversations happening where you determined that the odds might not be in your favor. Do you think that immersing this tribe, who has never been here before, gives the rest of you 5 an advantage and perchance an opportunity to break up that alliance?
Absolutely not. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, pick one.
I'll hit all of the ones on this. Honestly, from the conversations that I gathered before tribal, it was very chaotic. It was very undecided, and there were a lot of names thrown out, not just from the 5 that are on the outside of the Ugly Tribe, not just of the Ugly Tribe, but yeah, I think there, you know, could be a way to infiltrate this big alliance, but as of right now, it hasn't shown itself.
Emily, back from running shit on the other tribes. Must be nice to have safety in numbers once again, especially considering you're immune to infiltration. Do you think that's the case? Or do you believe that now is the time to make moves? There's only 2 people who go to Final Tribal Council. Surely, there's got to be some conversations going on about trying to make a name for yourself in this game. Differentiate yourself amongst the Ugly Tribe. You were already running shit. Were people talking to you about breaking things up?
Absolutely, but, you know, I think that's everyone's game at this point, you know. I think we're at a pivotal point in the game where moves do have to be made, but what that looks like, what the larger plan looks like, I don't know. I don't think some of us know. And so there's a little uncertainty, and it's like Alora said, like, there were not a lot of names tossed out, there was a lot of chaos. It was a really tough decision.
But there was a decision. Allie, we've had a lot of people here talking about their alliances, how they plan to move forward in the game, and the difficult, in many cases, lack of decision-making arriving here now. Have any of the words spoken by your fellow tribe members changed your mind about who you'd vote for? Or are you on a stalwart path on one of those many names to just try and get them out?
Yeah, I think we already had the chaotic experience of flipping all over the place, and so the flipping has flopped, and I'm staying with the decision now that we're here, yeah.
2 out of 10. A decision has been made. Allie, you can go ahead and cast the first vote.
I'd like to take a bounty on a lord.
is just a strategic. People lied to me, that I'm kind of screwed either way. But my understanding is we're voting out Jared. He's gonna maybe take a shot. Oh, if he took a shot in the dark, then he wouldn't have a vote anyway. Ah, sorry, Joel.
Ugly strong, baby. All right, I'll go tally the votes. Newly merged tribe. Point of order. Alora, bounty taken out. Off the board, looking for a reward. Now, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol, now would be the time to play it. All right, tally the votes. First vote, Jared. Second vote, Trent. Wow. Third vote, Jared. That is 2 votes Jared, 1 vote Trent. Fourth vote, Trent. That is 2 votes for Trent and 2 votes for Jared. Fifth vote, Joel. That is 2 Jared, 2 Trent, 1 Joel. Sixth vote, Jared. That is 3 for Jared, 2 for Trent, 1 for Joel. Seventh vote, Jared. That is 4 for Jared, 2 for Trent, 1 for Joel. Eighth vote, Jared. 5 Jared. And that's all it takes. Jared, the tribe has spoken. Go ahead and join the edge.
Thanks, sir.
The rest of you, go ahead, head back to camp. We'll be starting up our next challenge in due course.
I'm honestly feeling pretty good. I thought it was a pretty tough situation for me to be in going to that tribal. My name was being thrown around the entire time. So I just did my best to try and deflect it off of me, and Trent's name was brought up. Ben tried to make it happen. As far as I know, like, he could have. I think Ben voted with me. But yeah, at the end of the day, I didn't have as much trust as I hoped, and Terracotta 5 were strong, and they need to keep strong at the early merge. I get that, so no hard feelings from me. I'm gonna fight to get back in the game with my 1 chip, and see what happens.
Next time on Survivor, schemes are scheming, and hierarchies are exposed.